Well, hello, my friends from WCM. My name is John O'Leary. I know that's news to many of you because we've never met before. But several years ago, your leaders, and that includes my dear friend Mike Trigg, invited me out to beautiful Southern California. Had the pleasure of wearing uh, WCM flip flops the entire week. They are worn well in St. Louis. Unfortunately, it's not quite summertime yet, so they remain on the shelf. It's not Southern California here, okay? We have to wait until mid-July to get them out, and then we get to wear the flip-flops until early August. So that is our season of summer in the Midwest. We can't wait for it. In the meantime, though, we are going to savor spring, and Mike Trigg has invited me to spend just a couple of minutes of your day right now with you, reminding you that your best days remain in front of you. I know organizationally we have some pressures. I know in the marketplace we are under quite a bit of stress. I also realize that COVID-19 has affected the way we do life with one another, with our friends, with our family, with our coworkers. It's changed everything. And yet there's also opportunity to come out of this thing far better than we entered into it. And how do I know that? Okay, I know it through a conversation that I had with my grandfather on September 17th, 2001. How do I know that date? Because it's the first date the markets reopened after 9/11. He and I had lunch together, and as he's sipping down his iced tea and eating down his pasta, Grandpa shares with me that he made a large investment that day in Boeing and in American Airlines. Okay, like I majored in finance, and you can find my transcripts at St. Louis University. You will be wildly underwhelmed by how well I did in school. Okay, so I'm not a financial guru, but I knew enough even then to know what is going to happen to Boeing, an aircraft manufacturer, and American Airlines as the markets reopen after September 11th. They're going to be beat down, man. They're going to be absolutely brutalized once that bell rings for the first time. So I look up at my grandfather with my 23 years of wisdom and I say, Grandpa, why would you do something so stupid? Why would you do something like this, man? It's going to get destroyed today. He took a sip of his tea and then he says to me, John, do you know why they called us the greatest generation? So I said, no. He said, John, it's not because we survived the Great Depression. I think anybody would try to survive bad days. So it's not because we got through a very difficult time. It's also not because we went off and we fought in World War II. My grandfather was in the Navy. He fought several years in the Pacific. He said it's not because we fought in World War II. I think anytime someone attacks your values or they attack your country, you are going to raise your hand. You are going to fight back. That's natural. And he said, John, it's not because once we returned home, we built the most productive, the most successful society in the history of the world. That's not why we're the greatest generation. So I said, so why are you? Why are you? He said, John, it's because we never forgot the lessons we learned along the way. We never forgot the lessons we learned along the way. Those lessons during the Depression, the lessons that were taught as we were overseas fighting, losing friends, learning what really matters in life, applying those lessons once we returned home and we rebuilt society. We never forgot the lessons learned along the way. I know Mike Trigg sent out an email recently called Groundhog Day. My friends, if we want, we can just tune into Amazon Prime every single evening, watch Netflix, do the same thing day after day after day. And then once finally the markets return to normal, once life returns to normal, once we return to normal professionally, we can get back to life as it once was. That's one way to do it, but it's not the better way to do it. The highest way we can move forward from this day is to learn the lessons that are being taught to you right now. So what I'm encouraging you to do is to not just go through these days that can be very difficult for many of us as if we are an autopilot, but instead to do new things, learn new skills, connect with old friends, find new ways to grow in radical ways so that once you return to work, you return a far better, bolder, braver, more compassionate, more faithful version of yourself going forward than you were when COVID-19 first reared its ugly head. So I believe that the best days remain in front of us. I believe the greatest generation are the ones listening to my voice and watching my face right now. So I want to thank you for the work you do. I want to thank you for being early adapters to a little book. Here it is, my friends. Let me get it up, show you. This is on its way to your inbox soon as it falls on the floor. It's a book called In Awe. It's a book about relearning what it was once like to be a child and how we can apply those same skill sets to become even more successful going forward. You're going to love it. I look forward to seeing you live sometime soon. So In the meantime, if you need anything, and I really do mean this, email me, call me. Mike has my cell phone. Distribute it, Mike. And I'm here to serve you guys. I'm here to serve you ladies. And I'm here to live into the truth that our best days absolutely remain in front of us. So for this time, and until next time, my name is John O'Leary, WCM. This is your day. Live inspired.